Hey everyone, so I thought I'd make a video about what happens when things go wrong, because one thing that is certain about getting an RV and going RVing is things are going to go wrong. So let me share with you what happened to us on another episode of The Rolling Escape. I thought I would share a situation that happened with us that just happened out of the blue. And I just randomly noticed it. We were going to go visit my daughter and her husband that were staying up at a cabin in the woods. And when we got there, we were parking the RV in the driveway. And the driveway wasn't completely level, so I decided that I definitely should chalk the wheels, even though I had the levelers down. So I chalked the wheels, I went around to chalk the wheels, and on the passenger side, I went ahead and threw the chalk down, and then I went around to the driver's side, and I had to actually move the mud flap out of the way in order to get the chalk behind the wheels. And I thought, gosh, that's weird. I didn't have to do that on the passenger side. So I went back over to the passenger side to discover that there was no mud flap. And then as I looked further, I realized that the quote mud flap and wheel well liner, if you will, were all one piece. And it was all gone. And I was just baffled by that because we didn't hear anything. I mean, we really technically, I guess, don't know when it happened. We assumed that it happened on our drive up to the cabin, but I guess it could have happened on another trip. It's just something that you could not notice possibly. But it was completely gone. And so of course we got online and started looking at all of the, we were part of a Facebook group for our Tiffin, and we started looking to see if anyone had stories or information about the wheel well and mud flap. And there were. I contacted Tiffin and told them what happened and, inquired about ordering the appropriate part. While there was no official recall on that item, although people were talking about it happening fairly often, they sent me both sides, both the driver and passenger side, wheel well liner and mud flap. It's all one piece, and the attachment hardware for free, and they didn't even charge me for shipping. So obviously there was an issue there. Something that you should always check is look into that, because it is possible that something might be covered that, even if it hasn't been recalled, they might be aware that there's an inherent problem with it. So in the past, or the old wheel well liners and mud flaps were held on with just 4 little tiny screws. You can see in this picture here, that little screw and the one above, that was on the front side, and there was similar screws on the back side. And that's it. There was no washer. That's held on the entire wheel well liner. And the new instructions show that it's held on with 12 screws, including washers. And so clearly there was an attachment issue. This is how the new mud flap and wheel well liner was shipped to us. This is the wheel well liner and mud flap for the driver's side. Obviously we didn't put this one on. That cutout is for the black tank. So this is the existing driver's side wheel well liner, and yet we have reinforced it. We have put in new screws and washers. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on the front. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the back. You can see right here, that's where that cutout goes on the one that I showed you, because obviously I haven't installed the new one. There was no need to, because the old one was still there. We just needed to secure it so that it is not gonna fall off. So another problem with these mud flaps that people had been talking about online is that they're too long. And so the new parameters, this is the new one. This is the side that was gone. And what was so important about getting this wheel well liner and mud flap back on again was that right behind the rear wheel, right behind this, is the generator. And there's venting right there. I don't know if you can see, but I mean, you don't want water being shot up into the generator. And so it's important to have that protected. But anyway, part of the problem people were speculating was that this used to hang down. I mean, I think our old ones were an entire foot, whereas now I think it's 6 inches. It's only hanging down 6 inches below that point. And when it was hanging down lower, the speculation was that if you were going backwards and you hit like a bump or something that pushed the mud flap forward, your tire could actually almost like roll onto the mud flap and rip it out. So here, what they didn't tell us about this side in particular is, as you can see, there's a bracket there for the generator. And if we would have just attempted to try to get these screws and washers in place and have this hard plastic material lay over the top of this bracket, and there's another one further back in there. Where, can't even tell what I'm looking at. Yeah, there it is. So there's that bracket, and there's that bracket. It was actually, obviously you can see it pushed the mud flap towards the tire, and then you have something that if you're trying to screw this screw in right here, and this is pushing the plastic the other direction, there's constant pressure on that, wanting for it to pop out. So my son-in-law and I, thanks to his precision and accuracy, cut out these space for the bracket so that mud flap can hang straight down. And so we have actually on this side only 3 in the front and back, so a total of 6 screws now. Also 1 up on the top here. 7 screws. Again, they're still calling for 12. We did this without taking the wheels off, and this has held from California to the Grand Canyon, Sedona, Arizona, and back. So a fair amount of mileage, and they seem to be doing great. So the moral of this story, the point of this story is, things are going to go wrong. Things are going to break for sure. And obviously you just have to deal with them, have to try to keep your cool, something that's difficult for me to do. I think everything should go perfectly smooth every single time. But it's just important to research out, to contact your maker, make sure that there is no, even if there isn't a recall, if they're willing to do anything about something that seems to be a faulty installation or a faulty product. And sometimes, like in this case, you even have to make some specific modifications to make it work. But I just wanted to share that with you guys, whether you have a Tiffin Wayfarer or whether you have any other Class C. You know, I'm surprised that they make them so that the wheel well liner and mud flap are all one piece. I would think that the mud flap would be a separate removable piece, but that's not the way that it is. But I hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you again the next time the rolling escape hits the road.